welcome back. This is Denise, and today I have got the Fuumuui, F-U-U-M-U-U-I 24-piece set, which is the lovely opaque watercolors. I have did those in an art haul recently, and I thought let's go ahead and swatch these and do a painting with them because I'm actually really excited, and this will kind of add right into all of the lovely abstract projects and things that I have coming up, where what I've been doing is pulling out a set of things that maybe I don't use all the time, or I have shown in an art haul and then maybe you never saw it again because maybe I forgot about it, or I put it on my table or in my little chest beside me and it just disappeared forever. And so now, in my low-buy year, I have been all about let's use what we have and start figuring out maybe there's some new favorites that we didn't even know we had because we're not using them. So I want to go ahead and swatch these out and kind of add that into my mix of videos that I'll make for this year. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the colors swatched out, and then I'll laminate it so that we can easily see what each of these are. I did tag these watercolors on my Amazon shop because that's where I got it, and they're not expensive. It's 24 colors, and I paid $43 when I bought these, so it is not an expensive set. But I kept seeing the ads for this and it wasn't available. And then I actually saw another YouTuber, I'm not sure who it was, get them. And I'm like, oh, maybe they're available now. And they weren't from here. They were from Europe. But I looked anyway, and they have been, now they're available on Amazon. And I paid $43 for it, which I thought was really good. And I think these are Japanese. I could be wrong, but I think they're Japanese, similar to my Kuratakis and stuff. But I liked the colors. And I like big pans, but it's the colors that grabbed me because they're kind of beautiful, opaque, and gray. And I just think they're going to make gorgeous abstracts. And so I did break down and decide that this was worth adding to my stash in my low-buy year. So my low-buy year is low-buy, not no-buy. So if I see something that just looks crazy amazing, then we're going to add it to what we're hopefully going to be using, and we're going to add that to our stash. But other than that, I'm not going after all the next fad or whatever. Of course I say that, and this is probably the next fad, but whatever. I have done really well for somebody who usually hops onto the wagon for anything new and fun. These are going to be gorgeous though. Like, I can definitely see myself doing a whole series with these because they're pretty. Right up my alley. This kind of fills the graphite spot in my heart, because the graphite is a very grayed down watercolor too. When you mix your watercolor with the graphite powder, or you get the Kurataki graphite colors, they're very grayed down, and man, I was obsessed with those. I made several classes on those. I have older YouTube videos when there was like a whole period of time where I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with these. And I kind of feel like these kind of fit right into that aesthetic. That's what's grabbing me, I think, about these. Now, at all of these, there's no orange. Why did we leave orange out? I mean, I've got pink, like the reddish pink or whatever. And there's really, even though that says yellow gray, it's really not yellow. Kind of is a little bit, but not really. So, almost done here. This is the color sheet that comes with it, so I thought, might as well use that. And keep it kind of nice and neat, and it tells us the colors, and I can put it right there in that case. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're dry, and I do notice if it's thick enough, there is a tiny bit Or maybe that's still a tiny bit wet. But I say if it's thick enough, there was a sheen, but that might be because it's still wet. Alright, look how pretty these colors are. Ooh. Okay, so, and then what I do with these, once I get this like this, is I use these self-laminating sheets. So you can either Google self-laminating sheet, or you can visit my Amazon store. I did tag these, and what I like about them is they are 9 by 12 sheets. I think they're 9 by 12. They're self-laminating, so you can look at that. It's just a hair too big. Is that enough? That's okay. Let me grab I want these to be the right size. I do like them to fit correctly. But I just cut out the size I need and then save the rest of that laminating sheet for something else. So I just save it in my little envelope there. And I like that these have boxes on the back that you can kind of line your cutting up with, even though I am still kind of sloppy about it. It does kind of make it nice if you want to follow the lines a little more even than I am. So I just save these, and these are super easy to use, and you simply peel the backing off. And I'm going to stick this down. What has this got on the back of here? We're going to have to look and we'll read that in a second. We'll see what that says in a moment. Alright, there's the other side. So I'm just going to, again, just kind of line it up and make sure the paper part is all in. I'm not worried about any other part there. And then I'll just go ahead and smooth it out. Make sure I get all the air bubbles out of there. Made with premium gum acrylic, specifically chosen for semi-solid opaque watercolors. Each pigment is formulated to achieve consistency and adhesion, ensuring smooth application and excellent coverage. Carefully selected high-quality pigments. Each color undergoes multiple grinding cycles and produces high, pure pigments without fillers or additives. How fun is that? Manufacturer, I don't know, it might be Chinese or it might be Japanese. I'm not sure. Might be Chinese with the Jin Shi. Anyway, I really like them enough that I'm like, okay, I would like to add these to my collection. And then I just take my scissors and trim the edge right along with the paper there. And I'm set. And you can leave a lip if you want, but I just trim it even. And it has been just fine on everything that I have laminated. And there we go. Now we have a lovely laminated color sheet to go with our watercolors. So let's paint something. I'm kind of thinking, I've got this, these little sheets of honeymeal paper that came already pre-cut with a little deckled edge on it. It came in one of those sketch boxes at some point, so it's the same as the regular honeymeal paper though, so still using my favorite paper. And I thought, let's just paint an abstract with this and see what we can make today. Let's do it. Let's do it, people. So I'm just going to tape this down with my Holbein artist tape, and we will see how it works on this little smidgen of a paper. And I say that because even though this should be the same paper as the one I always use, it does seem to tear with my painter's tape, whereas the big one didn't. And so I'm like, is it the same? I'm going to put a big fat border on this because I want a big fat border. I like a big border. So I'm going to do a big border. So yes, I really like this Holbein artist tape. It's like a washi tape thickness kind of thing. but I really enjoyed it. Oh, and it does come right off nicely. But I do see where it still has pulled fiber, so just good to know that these little pre-cut pieces just don't seem to be as sturdy as the great big one. Now we know. I'm going to use my square brush, my 3/4 inch square wash brush. I'm going to grab some clean water here. And what are we thinking? What are we thinking? I'm thinking, I already did a pink and brown, so I kind of feel like I need to be in the yellow gray and the green gray, maybe the blue green kind of thing, and maybe with a gray gray, or maybe these two with the blue in it. Okay, I'm kind of feeling that. Let's start. I'm actually going to start with the gray. Just paint a lovely abstract here. I wonder if this is the back side of the paper. Feels funny. It feels funny. And I'm just going, and these are like super duper juicy right now because they've been wet down. I pre-wet them. You might not have to pre-wet these, but I've done a couple things today with this set. And they were already pre-moistened. With some of the stuff I was already doing. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you don't have to pre-wet them because they are nice and juicy now. So now I'm just going to maybe make a tiny bit, perhaps. Because they're going to blend and flow and do some fun stuff, I think. So I think we're good to kind of do a little tiny bit of play, maybe. All right, let's let this dry. I feel like this is fun. Let's let this dry, and I will be right back. All right, we are mostly dry, and I did Google it because these look like the Japanese watercolors, but it's them trying to fool you. These are made in China. So just so we know, so I don't give you some false information or continue to believe that it's something different than it was. But I still do really like these. I like the grayed down pigment. I like the opacity. So I'm still going to thoroughly enjoy these. I just thought maybe we'll do some mark making here. This is, of course, my little bold graphite black wing pencil. And I like to tell you an alternative, because the black wings are usually sold by the box. This Faber Pit Graphite Matte by Faber-Castell in the 14B is the most similar. So I feel like the black wing is like a 14B. Ooh, I love it. These are just so lovely. All right, I feel like I need some of that lovely grayish blue in here. And even though this says it's the same paper as my favorite pad of paper, I feel like it's slightly different. I don't know why, but it always feels slightly different to me. Okay, I'm kind of thinking right here in this gray for, is this the 034? Yes, I feel like in this pencil, maybe that grayish blue, possibly. Just pulling some options out here. And maybe I like this Neo Color 2 crayon, just because I like the color. It'll kind of come in there like that. Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm going to come in here with some of these. Ooh. Ooh. That's the King Art gel crayon. Look at that. I like it. I like it. I feel like I could use a few lovely little white dots. Oh my gosh. Look how fun these turn out. Lovely. Okay, do we need anything else? I feel like I need a tiny bit of silver. I've just been all about the silver lately. It's my Kuretake silver ink. It's the one, sorry if you're getting a big view of my arm there, it's the one that comes like this, and I just put it in a fine line bottle with a pipette. But I kind of feel like I want some lovely silver spots. For some reason, I have just liked that little bit of a decoration that shines. So yeah, whatever it is that's, you know, grabbing you lately, just go ahead and, you know, throw a bit of that in there until you're tired of it, and then you'll move on to whatever the next fun thing is. And that's kind of how I look at that. So right now the fun thing is little bits of silver and some silver dots. Next time it'll be something else after I go through that little bit of obsession. Alright, so let's dry the silver, and I think I'm set. Even though this tape was not as destructive as the other tape, I still feel like it took fiber. And it does not do that on the big sheets, so I feel like these little sheets that they have, not the same. It says it's the same, but it is not the same. Just in case you're wondering. Not the same. Just goes to show that even on all your favorite things that you're like, okay, this is not going to do whatever it is you're thinking, still could do it. Like tear the paper, pull some fiber. But at least it's pulling the fiber consistently all around, so it looks like it was on purpose. Oh my goodness. What? Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Pretty, pretty. Alright, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a swatch session and trying out these new Fuumuui watercolors and having a little paint day. And I will see you guys next time.